So let's review Cruella. Non-spoilers first, then fair warning, and we'll go into spoilers. Cruella is written, from what I can tell, at the very least, well, screenplay by Dana Fox, Tony McNamara, directed by Craig Gillespie, and starring, of course, Emma Stone. There are some other individuals that it stars in. The other main characters really are Joel Fry, Paul Walter Hauser, as well as Emma Thompson. That's it. That's the main group of people, right? Now, Joel Fry and Paul Walter Hauser play Cruella's henchmen that we've already met in the original cartoon, and Emma Thompson plays the Baroness, Cruella's sort of enemy in this story, and obviously Emma Stone plays Cruella. Now, I'm sure you're probably wondering, why on earth did I watch this? Well, I had access to a screener, and I just thought I'd watch it. Why not? And I enjoyed the original cartoon and also the live action. Like, I enjoyed those movies. They are good. They are fine. This movie stems from a really dumb idea. Now, let me explain. 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil, is not a character that you sympathise with, you empathise with, that you like in any form or any shape. You just don't like her, right? She's horrible. There is nothing redeemable about this character. So, obviously, when Disney executives and producers came up with this idea of, let's tell the origin story of Cruella, I'm sure they also racked their brains with, well, how do we do that? Yeah, that's right. Well, we play it by Emma Thompson and we make her sympathetic, empathetic, someone that we can relate to and has redeemable characteristics for some strange reason. And we'll also add in real tedious ties to 101 Dalmatians, like, oh, maybe why she hates Dalmatians, but also, oh no, wait, maybe she doesn't, and oh wait, maybe one's pregnant. Like, it's really, really dumb. Some of those things are really, really dumb. So let me explain. I don't think this is a bad movie. Emma Thompson is great in it, right? She's great. Hams it up. Boy, does she ham it up. But Cruella de Vil is a larger-than-life theatrics character, so you do need someone to ham it up, like you do. Especially if you are actually linking it to the live-action movie, like you do need someone larger than life, someone that is going to ham it up. Pacing's fine. It's 2 hours 16 minutes. Pacing is fine. It chugs along nicely. Music is licensed actual songs, you know, like genuine normal songs. A bit overused. Something which Disney is doing a lot now. I don't know why. They've probably got money to burn, seemingly. The costumes are great. The set designs are great. Some real bad dog CGI. Patently obvious as well when it goes back and forwards from live action dog to CGI dog. Bad. But it's not a bad film. But it also is a bad film. Because it stems from a really dumbass idea of trying to paint Cruella out to be a sympathetic character, someone that we want to root for. And because it's a prequel story to 101 Dalmatians, they add in tedious links. The most just tired, boring links to that film. Oh, is a Dalmatian pregnant at the end? Oh, maybe. It's just lame. Why does Cruella really hate Dalmatians? But oh, maybe she doesn't. Real dumb. Oh, do we get the origin of her car? Oh, you bet you we do. Do you see what I mean? It's when they start doing this that it's dumb. Now, make no mistake, this film is not for me, right? It is not for me. It's for new kids that have seen the originals or have heard of the originals. And this could be, or even if they haven't seen them, this is their gateway to it. This is 101 Dalmatians for a new generation, right? That's what this is. So it's not for me. I know it's not for me. But I have a right to review it just like anyone else because people like me could watch it. So Emma Stone is great in this. She's really, really, really good. I would, if you're a Emma Stone fan, I would encourage anyone just to watch it for her. She's good. Like, make no mistake, she is good in this. The henchmen that she has, Joel Fry and Paul Walter Hauser, good. Bit hammy. Joel Fry has really good comedic timing. Well, actually, they both have really good comedic timing, to be perfectly honest. Very, very good. One-eyed Chihuahua. That was funny. I like that. Wink. Quite cute. Quite cool. Joel Fry. There's a younger version of him. Different skin colour. Don't really understand why. Like, did you think that we wouldn't notice that when he grows up, his pigment has completely changed? Like, what's going on? Especially because they've changed one of the characters' skin colours anyway, right? And it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But because you have, and people that have watched the original would have gone, well, he wasn't black in the original. Now he's black. You're going to watch. That's going to be something which is pointed out to you a little bit in your mind. So then when he grows up and he's then a different skin colour to when he was as a child, you go, well, you fudged that casting up, didn't you, mate? Like, that's bad. Because, again, it's patently obvious. Now, it's long. It is a long film. 2 hours, 16 minutes. But it doesn't feel that long. It does chug along quite nicely. And it's just, it's funny, but it's also roll your eyes bad. This is the problem. It's an objectively pretty decent film. It's well shot. There's some really sort of heartfelt moments in it. There's some funny moments. Laugh out loud funny moments. You know, Chihuahua dressed up as a giant rat. You know, and the henchman running around. Like, that's funny. You know, it's actually a funny film. But it's when they start to try and tie it to 101 Dalmatians that it just goes way off the reservation. In all kinds of bad. So, this is the origin story of Cruella de Vil. How she gets her name. Even how she gets her last name, de Vil. How she potentially hates Dalmatians, but potentially doesn't. How she gets her fortune. How she gets started in the fashion world. Didn't need to be made, is the bottom line. Didn't need to be made, but again, it's not terrible. It was made on an insane budget. There's not a confirmed budget. It's $100 to $200 million. Why? Why did you green like that? This is never getting its money back. I don't think it is anyway. I can't imagine it's ever going to get its money back. So that's my non-spoiler review. That is basically the non-spoiler part of the review. So I will encourage you to watch it just out of morbid curiosity. Don't pay for it. It's not worth the price of admission. Don't pay for it. But if you have access to it in some other means, disavow sailing the seas, watch it. Like, have fun. It's funny, but you will roll your eyes at how bad certain bits are. Like, make no mistake, this is not a good film because it's been stemmed from a horrendous idea. This should never have been made. But it's also quite funny. So this review is going to please no one. But let's talk spoilers now. What a convoluted origin story for Cruella. We open with her telling this monologue, this story, of how she killed her mother and how she's dead and all this stuff. Because her real name's Estella. She was born with the hair. Yeah. She gets whisked away. Looked after by a lovely woman, her mother. Not her mother, though. The Baroness is her mother. Super convoluted. Gets revealed at the end. Fashion world is so dog-eat-dog that, you know, Baroness wants to kill her own child. It's just ridiculous. So she's psychotic, but she's also not. But she definitely is. How she meets her henchmen, but they're not her henchmen. They're literally her friends, but then they turn into her henchmen. Super dumb. They're just all orphans. And like I said, one of them is quite black at the start, and then when he's an adult, is not black. And I'm like, well, this is super dumb. Why did you do that? Just lame. Like, that's bad casting choices. Not because he's black, just because his adult version isn't as black as his kid version. Did you not think we'd notice? Dumb. Really, really dumb. But it is funny. Her, not mother, but someone who looked after her like she was her mother, gets killed by Dalmatians, which sort of spawns the Dalmatian hatred, but also sort of doesn't, because Emma Stone, Cruella, takes the Dalmatians at the end. And right at the end, one of them goes, is Genghis looking a bit fat? I.e., nudge nudge wink wink, pregnant. I don't know. It shouldn't have been made. It shouldn't have been made. The story of the car. She stole the car. She, the character of Horace does the car up, and the car's called a DeVille. That's how Cruella gets her last name. She calls herself Cruella. Well, her mother calls herself Cruella, not the Baroness, the other mother. You see what I mean? It's so convoluted. It's super dumb. Yeah. Not good, Like I said, not good because it stems from a really dumb idea, but not terrible either. I don't know who this is actually for though. And so I'm left only thinking that it's for a new generation that will then find 101 Dalmatians. But I think they will be equally as confused because they would have watched this and gone, oh, I like this character. Sort of. Don't hate her. Oh, no, she's a straight up villain. A psycho. Oh. You know, I don't like her now. Dumbass idea. How many lines are you doing up there, Disney? How many lines? Come on. $200 million on this?